Welcome back to the EAM Crypto channel. My name is Enrique. Thank you so much for watching today's market analysis and recap. Going to be trying to do these pretty much daily. So let's get into it. But before we do, big thank you to Swapsicle for supporting the channel. And go check out Swapsicle. I will have all the links below. If you have been using Trader Joe, which I know many people still have, just get rid of Trader Joe. Go check out Swapsicle. It's by far a superior product. So let's get into it. A lot to cover. Looks like the biggest winner of the day so far is Golem at 43%. I think it was as high as 50% at one point. Luna still dropping, as we been talking about. I think Luna, I mean, there's some whales playing games there, but if you want to open up a short, I mean, I don't see it finding support till $2. So, and if you're looking to short crypto, you can go to Bitget. I will have my link below. Bitget's a good place to short crypto or to do leverage trading, and I'm an affiliate for them, so if you use my link, it would help the channel quite a bit. All right, guys, so let's talk about a few things. The first one is the DXY, because that's going to basically drive everything. And look, guys, the DXY, no matter what time frame, it's definitely looking bearish. I see some bearish divergence, even as high as the weekly, really, which is pretty exciting. But look, guys, if we look at DXY, even just in the 4 hours, because basically everything that we're going to talk about today is really just for the week ahead. It's not for any kind of like midterm or long-term time frame. DXY is still showing a lot of negative momentum. The RSI is starting to get closer and closer to oversold, but DXY is looking pretty bearish right now, just short term. And even if you look at it at the daily, you're starting to see that the positive momentum on the daily is dropping, and it's dropping quick. So again, that shows us that we should have a pretty solid week ahead unless something changes big time. But as far as the technicals look, the dollar is definitely looking weak for this week, so we really like that. So which should help Bitcoin quite a bit, and it's been helping Bitcoin quite a bit. Now this is where it gets very interesting, guys. Bitcoin's basically doing what many of us thought Ethereum would be doing this weekend in the last 3 days. I mean, look how much Bitcoin has ran, the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days versus what Ethereum has done the last 3, 4 days. I mean, it has outperformed Ethereum quite a bit. Ethereum, as long as it's over that 1720 to 1730 mark that I have marked right here, it's very strong. And Ethereum, if you look at it on the daily, positive momentum starting to build, looking really strong. And I think that a few things could happen, but so far I'm a bit surprised that Bitcoin has outperformed Ethereum with the merge coming right up. But check something out, guys, that I wanted to show. So if we look at Ethereum on the daily, check this out. Remember when Ethereum dropped to about 900? This was when? June 18th, when it hit this supply line right here and hit at 2000, more than 2x. That was August 13th, right? So more than 2x from June 18th to August 13th. Now, if we see what Bitcoin did there, go to June 18th, we're looking at about 18,300. Go to August 13th, we're looking at about 22.4. So clearly Ethereum outclassed Bitcoin big time during that stretch. So now as we get closer to the merge, will Ethereum do the same? So Ethereum, again, I'm very bullish on all things Ethereum as long as it's over this 1720 to 730 mark, which it has been. It hasn't done the last 2 days what I thought it would do, so that surprised me quite a bit. But you know, these things happen, and I'm just if I had to guess, I just think that over the next 48 hours, we're gonna see a lot of that money from Bitcoin transition over to Ethereum, because these markets can be like that, right? They're very rotational. So seeing that money rotate from one to the other would not surprise me. In the past, we've seen money go from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Litecoin to the other alts and then to the meme coins, right? So will we see something like that in a very compressed time frame kind of perspective because of the fact that we're still in a downtrend? Now, whether we have found bottom or not, that's a discussion to have later. We're not going to talk about that today. But the important thing is right now, today, as long as Bitcoin's over 21.6, by the way, if you want to be really exact, 21,560, it still looks all sorts of bullish to me. So as long as the BTC's close is over 21.6 today, during the daily close, which I believe is at 7 p.m. Central, we're fine. So, but for me, I have a huge open position with Ethereum right now, and I am not going to close it. as far as my target, I talked about this, but just in case you're watching the channel for the first time, I see no reason, just historically, there's no reason whatsoever here. We'll go to the 4 hour. No reason to believe that Ethereum can't run to at least, at the very least, is right here, which is 1958. But something a bit higher would make a lot more sense to me, maybe closer to right here, which is about 1992 all the way down to maybe, just maybe 1965. So that gap right there, it's gonna be really hard. There could be some wick up to 2040 or something, if I remember correctly. So yeah, so I mean, I see no reason why Ethereum can't run to that. Historically, if it can stay long enough over 1720, 1730, it should do that. We have the merge coming up. We have the DXY dropping. It just seems like everything, right? Technically, fundamentals, news, all that implies that it should run up that high. So, and the TA is implying that. But again, guys, just because the TA implies something doesn't mean it's going to happen. It would not surprise me if it doesn't. Anything can happen, especially in crypto. But right now, it all aligns for Ethereum to do that, for Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin in the next couple days. So we will see. We will see what happens. But yeah, I mean, if you look at what's happened, you know, I thought that the biggest gainer right now would probably be Ethereum, or yeah, some random alt, and then maybe Ethereum. But you know, Ethereum has not been able to do that, and it's been very odd to see that with the merge coming. But you know, here it is. I guess this means it's at around zero. So as far as its movement the last 24 hours, but we will see what happens. Ravencoin has been very up and downish lately. I wonder what's going on with that. I'm gonna have to research that. And we've talked about EOS quite a bit. They have their little hard fork thing going. I think it's the 22nd or something like that. I can't remember the exact date. But yeah, there are some dates that I did want to make you guys aware of before we drop this video, because dates are so important with events, right? So we have the ETH merge, obviously, September 13th to the 15th. We have the EOS hard fork on September 21st. So let's see how much EOS can run from now to the 21st, and then it's going to hopefully present a really nice spot to short it. EOS Moonboy, sorry, I'm just being honest. ADA Basel for September 22nd. So are we then going to short ADA on the 22nd? Maybe. We'll see what the fundamentals look like then and the technical factors. And then on October 21st and 22nd, Litecoin has their big conference. So again, a couple of weeks before October 1st, you'll probably start seeing Litecoin starting to ramp up. People will buy Litecoin expecting something to happen or some big announcement at the conference, excitement about this conference. I think it's in Vegas. I can't even remember. I'm not going to go, but I am going to trade according to it. And then we'll short Litecoin or sell our Litecoin on like the 20th and maybe even then short it on the 22nd. We'll see. So those are some dates. I'm trying to add more and more dates to that because, you know, it's one thing that we've talked about on the channel quite a bit, being able to do your trading according to what is happening as far as events like that has been just incredibly profitable this year, or really any year, but I feel like this year it's happened more. So we will see what happens with that. Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to cover today. Covered the DXY, BTC, Ethereum. Oh, NEAR. The NEAR conference I think ends today. And oh, look at that. Sure enough, or maybe it ends tomorrow. I can't remember. Look at that, guys. Okay, so NEAR, did we hit our second target? Hold on one sec. Let me get on a different time frame. We didn't hit the second target, which is super aggressive. But, you know, NEAR still did a lot of what we expected. Again, this is a perfect example. I heard about the NEARCon conference coming up on the 11th of September. I heard about it, or the 9th, I think it was. And I heard about it, that it was starting, and I heard about it about 3 weeks ago. And sure enough, it was around 350 or something like that. So that's when we started talking about NEAR. Look how much it ran. I mean, really, if you look at the top here, what did it run to? 527. Yeah, so I think it's probably done. If someone were to short NEAR here, well, you're already a little late if you want to get the top of it, but it's hard to pick tops. Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, when we do this tomorrow, let's see where NEAR's at. I don't think it's going to be over 511. So if someone were to short NEAR right now, I would not blame them. I think the conference ends. I should have done my research on it, but I think it ends today, or it ended last night or something like that. So yeah, look at that, it's still dropping. So yeah, I mean, that happens every time. The conference is over, the excitement's done, the announcements are made, and then everyone moves on to the next thing. The hardcore NEAR supporters keep in hodl. but not everyone does. So what did I say? 511. So we'll see where near is tomorrow, but that probably presents a pretty nice short. But it looks like everything's dropping right now this second, so it may not be near's fault. I mean, Ethereum just dropped 7 points, so that's like, you know, quite a bit for just like 2 minutes. So yeah, we will see what happens. I guess Bitcoin may have dropped in the last couple seconds. Maybe that's what happened. Let's see real quick. We'll just go to 5-minute chart. Yeah, so Bitcoin just dumped a little. Here on the 5-minute, you can see that pretty evidently. So that's what happened there. So maybe I misspoke about near already dropping, but you should do your own research. I don't know what day this near conference ends, but I'm expecting a dump the day it ends or the day after. So that about covers it today. I'm trying to keep these daily videos on the shorter side. Maybe little by little, we'll make them a little longer, add some news to it. And eventually what I want to do is make these videos live so we can kind of talk. But first, I think we need to kind of build this up for a bit and maybe do this for a couple months. So if there is a particular token that you want me to cover tomorrow or take a look at, just put in the comments below and I'll check it out and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, take care and thanks for watching.